Hello everyone, welcome to my creative space. In our last video of English literature, we have covered the concept of sonnets. In today's lesson, we will cover the concept of elegy. The word elegy originated from Greek word elegia, which means to lament or to be sorrowful. The word elegy is derived from Greek word elegia, ਜਿਹੜਾ word elegy ਹੈ ਇਹ Greek word elegia ਤੋਂ derive ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ which means to lament. Lament we can say to express sorrow means ਦੁੱਖ ਨੂੰ express ਕਰਨਾ ਆਪਣੀ sadness ਨੂੰ express ਕਰਨਾ or to be sorrowful. In Greek and Roman literature, any poem which was written in elegiac meter was denoted by the term elegy. It means ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਗ੍ਰੀਕ ਤੇ ਰੋਮਨ ਲਿਟਰੇਚਰ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ ਤਾਂ ਐਨੀ ਪੋਇਮ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਪੋਇਮ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਐਲੀਗਿਕ ਮੀਟਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਖੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ it was denoted by term elegy ਉਹਨੂੰ elegy ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀ an elegy is a special kind of lyrics. A lyric expresses the emotions of the poet and the elegy is an expression of emotion of sorrow. ਇਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਵੀ it means to be lament or to be sorrowful. ਤਾਂ elegy ਕੀ ਹੈ elegy ਇੱਕ ਉਹ poem ਹੈ which expresses the emotion of sorrow ਮਤਲਬ ਦੁੱਖ ਦੇ ਆਪਣੇ sadness ਦੇ emotion ਨੂੰ express ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਜਿਹੜੀ poem ਲਿਖੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ it is known as elegy. Sorrow, woe or despair, these are the synonyms for sadness. In short, elegy is a lament, a lyric of mourning or an utterance of personal bereavement and sorrow. Here utterance means saying and personal bereavement means condition of being sad. So in short, elegy is a lament matlab it is the expression of sorrow and lyric of mourning अपने दुख ਨੂੰ present करना or an utterance of personal bereavement. It means saying our condition of being sad. An elegy is a mournful poem about the death of a person or more rarely a group. It means what is elegy? It is a mournful poem. एक दुखदाई poem ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਸੋਗਮਈ poem ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ about the death of a person ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿਸੇ person ਦੀ death ਹੋਈ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ rarely ਕਿਸੇ group ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ deaths ਹੋਈਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ. It is a mournful poem. Elegy can also expresses a feeling of loss in a broader sense. Elegy loss ਦੀ feeling ਨੂੰ ਵੀ express ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ if we see from a broader sense such as for a way of life or reflection of human morality. It is an expression of grief, simplicity, brevity and sincerity are its distinguishing features. It means ਜਿਹੜੇ features ਨੇ elegy ਦੇ ਉਹ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ simplicity, brevity, sincerity and expression of grief. Expression of grief. Here what means brevity? It means telling something briefly. मतलब ਘੱਟ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਚੀਜ਼ ਸਮਝਾ ਦਿੰਨੇ ਆ means telling the condition briefly. For example, Rugby Chappal by Matthew Arnold and In Memoriam by Tennyson. These are the examples of elegies. The poet also passes on to the reflections on human life. Elegies ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ human life ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਵੀ reflections ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ. Human suffering ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ human ਦੀਆਂ sufferings ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ. Shortness of human life, it is also an elegy. And futility of human ambitions. An elegy usually comprises of 3 stages of grief. Elegy ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 3 stages ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ grief ਦੀਆਂ which are as follows: grief, praise of the dead and consolidation towards the loss. It is interesting to note that in the most famous elegy, now it is important, the most famous elegy is by Thomas Gray, Elegy Written in the Country Churchyard. This is the most famous elegy. The poet does not mourn the death of some particular friend or relative. It means ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ famous elegy ਹੈ Thomas Gray ਦੀ Elegy Written in a Country Churchyard, it is not about the death of a person, but it expresses the grief at the sorry fate of rude forefathers of the village who died in obscurity. Here obscurity means condition of being unknown, or when we don't know anything, or not well known. We can say condition of being unknown or not well known. It is an magnificent and complex work of art, dignified and solemn in tone, and not an expression of personal grief. In this paragraph, the only thing is that the most famous elegy is Elegy Written in a Country Churchyard by Thomas Gray, and this elegy is not about any personal grief. This is not the expression of personal grief, but here the poet expresses his grief at the sorry fate of rude forefathers of the village who died in obscurity. Next example is Matthew Arnold's Rugby Chapel is the poet's direct expression of grief on the death of his father, and the elegy is characterized by sincerity and intensity of emotion. So the sentence is self-explanatory that ਜਿਹੜੀ Matthew Arnold the elegy है, it is expression of grief on the death of his father, and this elegy is characterized by sincerity and intensity of emotion. Tennyson's In Memoriam is a unique elegy in the English language. ਜਿਹੜੀ Tennyson ਦੀ In Memoriam elegy ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਇੱਕ unique elegy ਹੈ English language ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. It is a collection of over 100 poignant lyrics united into a single whole by the poet's lament at the death of his college friend Arthur Hallam. It means this elegy is also about personal grief, death of his friend. And most famous elegies, elegy written in Country Churchyard. Next, let's move on to the characteristics of elegy. An elegy always begins with a lament of loss of life of a person or loss of a thing. We have done the introduction. We know these characteristics. So I am just reading it. It is an expression of emotion of sorrow, woe, or despair. The sorrow is followed by the poet's admiration for the person or thing lost. In the second part of construction, generally, the lost person qualities and remarkable performances or activities are endorsed. It means the qualities or remarkable performances of the lost person are approved. The language and structure of an elegy is formal and ceremonial. An elegy may search answers to questions related to the nature of life and death of the body or immorality of the soul. The last or the third stage of elegy is about consolidation. This element may be more religious. It is of various types such as personal, impersonal and pastoral. We can see from our entire learning that elegy is a mournful poem which expresses the emotion of sorrow, the emotion of sadness, and the structure of elegy is formal. We have done three examples, and the most famous elegy is Elegy Written in the Country Churchyard. So that's all for the concept of elegies. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask your doubt in the comment section. I will reply to them.